Hello? Okay, good. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the press and our partners and sponsors. I'd like to ask if there's space in front of you, at the table in front of you, if you could move, because the cameras are going to block the way of some of the people at the back. The gentleman in the middle here. So. Okay. Very good. Right, good morning. Once again, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this press briefing and thank you for coming. My name is Doris Miti and I'll be your moderator for this morning session. And we are here with Eric Cancer Initiative. And I will straight away ask, please move that microphone. We will get right into it, and the people on the table will be introduced individually by Ruth, or should I? Okay, let me do that. Okay, on my immediate, what hand is this? Right, is Mr. Dennis Olodi, the Executive Director of Uganda Cancer Society. Next to him is Ms. Ruth Nambiru Mugeni, the Program Manager at Eric Cancer Initiative. Next to her is Mr. Jafar Joshua Watwa, Brand Manager at Nation Media Group. Then we have Charity Mbatude from Her Working Women, the Business Development Specialist. We have Ms. Gloria Komokama. Gloria, please wave. From Girls for Girls Initiative, another of our partners. And we have Ms. Farida from Keka Rehab. And straight away we'll go into the discussion and I'll hand it over to Ms. Ruth Nambiru from Cancer Initiative, Eric Cancer Initiative. Thank you.
Technology, thank you. Thank you so much, Doris, for the opportunity. My name is Namuriru Ruth Mugeni, like introduced earlier, and I have the honors of leading programming at Eric Cancer Initiative, the organization that is behind the breast cancer run that is happening on the 20th of October 2024 at Nakasero Primary School. So briefly about Eric Cancer Initiative, we are a non-profit organization that is committed to combating breast cancer in Uganda. We do this by raising awareness about early detection being critical, and also we ensure that we train and encourage women and girls in reproductive ages to screen up early, because early detection saves lives, and we go ahead to follow up these cases and ensure that they are getting the timely interventions, because we believe that we can have more survivors than victims of breast cancer. So that is why we put all our efforts into women and adults in very reproductive ages to make sure that we can arrest breast cancer early. We have, over the past 24 months, served to a tune of 78,000 women and girls, and we have had cases of women out there. We have a lot of myth on what to do, where to go, and we sort of come in to bridge this gap and encourage them that, hey, the government is doing this and we need you to come and access these services there for you. So we encourage and teach and train on the preventable signs and symptoms that they can watch out to, and also encourage an improved lifestyle to fight breast cancer. So why the run? While we are empowering women in the different spheres of our scope of work, we are based in Mukono, first of all. If you're looking for us, we are at Mukono, just behind Hilton Secondary School, Zion campus. That is where we are stationed, but we serve in all the different parts of Uganda. We reach and ensure that we empower the women there. So our experience in the community has showed that women face significant barriers in accessing and utilizing breast cancer screen-up services, including limited access to health centers which do the screenings, and also the finances to pay for the screen-ups in private centers where most of them end up these days. So we realize that breast cancer screening is crucial, and also we encourage that women above 40 years, even now, even 30 years and above, do it annually to help in early detection and treatment. And since most of them cannot afford, we thought as a fraternity that is empowering the women, how can we come in to bridge this gap, that gap? So we are stepping in to make sure that we organize the breast cancer run that is committed to helping us raise funds towards getting a breast cancer screen-up fund that is going to help women screen up early, and also make sure that this service is reaching to that woman, that in-law, that sister of yours, that judge of yours that is in that community where perhaps you might have left them. So we believe that this will be a life-saving initiative, and it is going to help us reach many more women and make sure that we are bringing zero deaths to breast cancer in Uganda. So we are not doing this alone. This run has called upon different stakeholders that are believing in this cause, and they are enabling us. Allow me to take an honor and appreciate and thank all our partners and sponsors. Some are represented here, some are not here, but we really want to extend our appreciation to you all, starting with Nation Media Group. Thank you so much for believing in us and coming on board to rally with us on this cause. I want to appreciate Hardworking Women. Thank you, you are amazing, and we commend the work that you are doing. I want to appreciate the First Lady's Office. Thank you so much. I want to appreciate National Water and Sewage Corporation. Thank you so much. I want to appreciate Uganda Cancer Society. We are members under Uganda Cancer Society, and they have done us well. We shall hear from our ED later on. Thank you so much. I want to appreciate Keka Rehab Services. Thank you for coming on board to support the initiative. I want to appreciate Victoria Hospital. Thank you so much for rendering the breast cancer screening services to us. I want to appreciate Serena Hotel, the people that are hosting us this morning. Thank you so much. Events International, thank you so much for coming on board for this cause. Girls for Girls Uganda, oh my God, amazing, incredible people that side of heaven. Thank you so much. I want to appreciate Nakasero Primary School, the people that have given us venue to make sure that we can come and host you comfortably and run from there. I really, really, really want to appreciate everyone and encourage you, if you're there and watching us, come on board. We still have room to accommodate everyone onto this life-saving cause, and call you wherever you are. Come and join us for this charity run on the 20th of October 2024 at Nakasero Primary School Playgrounds. We shall start immediately by 6. We shall be there 6:30. We release the 10-kilometer runners, and then by 7, the 5-kilometer runners will be also released to run. So come and join us, and come. Let us save the women of Uganda. Thank you, Doris.
Thank you, Ruth. We should now hear from the Executive Director of the Uganda Cancer Society.
Thank you. Good morning. I welcome all of you, the pressmen and women, to this conference. And in a very special way, I would like to recognize the special role that you're playing in the cancer space in the country. And in equal measure, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to our partner, Eric Cancer Initiative, for spearheading this wonderful activity in the country. For starters, Uganda Cancer Society is a network of cancer organizations in the country. We are based in Kampala, in Mulago, but we have our membership spread across Uganda. We work in the areas of awareness raising, we do patient support, we do advocacy for increased health financing, advocacy for service decentralization, advocacy for enabling policy environment fostered by government, and advocacy for effective research that will inform advocacy and many other things. We also do capacity building for civil society organizations, among many other things. So the society joins this cause because it falls within the precincts of its work. First, breast cancer is on the rise in the country. In 2020, the WHO, through the Global Cancer Statistics, released a report showing that we had 2,600 cases. But after 2 years, we again saw a rise up to 2,900, with breast cancer contributing to 23% of the women's cancers. So that means the burden is rising. And I should also disclose to you that according to the WHO, for every 100,000 cases diagnosed, we have 22 suspected cases. And out of the 22 cases, we lose 12, meaning we lose more than half of the confirmed cases. So that makes the fight against breast cancer a noble cause, and is the reason Uganda Cancer Society has joined. You may ask yourself, why do we have this? As practitioners, breast cancer has no known cause, but we have risk factors associated with breast cancer, and we can categorize into three. We have what we call familial, that is a long family line. Your mother had breast cancer, you have breast cancer, or your grandmother had breast cancer. It's along that family line. Then we also have biological factors, that is a mutation of cells leading to failed or standard failed cell growth and things like that. Then we have behavioral factors, that is lifestyle, how we eat, how we live in society. For example, inadequate physical activities, and you have things like what we eat. You have very high consumption of fast foods and things like that. So those are the categorization that we have, but breast cancer has no known cause. So we joined this cause because, one, we want to create or amplify awareness in the country. And this run provides an important opportunity for us to disseminate information. Two, we want to advocate for better treatment of cancer patients by strengthening referrals, because the Uganda Cancer Institute is the national treatment center, but it receives very few cases. So a number of cancer patients remain in the countryside. So we want to push for that. Then three is, we want to use this as a platform to advocate for increased financing for cancer. If you look at the national budget for the country, the Cancer Institute receives or is allocated about 60 billion shillings. But what is appropriated is less than that. So we also want government to increase allocation for cancer, not only to Cancer Institute, but also to the lower facilities, because cancer services have to be integrated. And this run, among others, and other initiatives of every cancer foundation, Uganda Cancer Society, and all the partners assembled here, we shall always join hands to amplify with our weak voices that which is supposed to be done in the interest of cancer patients, because if we save cancer patients, we save the population. And the Ministry of Health has a goal that we should have a healthy and productive population. And this is not only in the interest of the Ministry of Health, but we are doing this in the service of God. Because when we help the people that God created in His own image, we shall be serving God. I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Olodi. Yes, indeed, we are doing this in the service of God. I would like to send the microphone back to Ruth to introduce our brand ambassador.
Thank you, Doris. Kasuku, our brand ambassador, has joined us. A gentleman who has given his all to the cause. He's not, oh yes, he's the face of the run, not because he's a survivor of breast cancer, but I don't know if I have the right, I didn't get the concept from him, but he has a story attached to breast cancer and he's passionate about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, help me receive Kasuku, our brand ambassador for the breast cancer run, but as well as every cancer initiative. He's helping us to amplify the talk about early detection being critical. And I want to also celebrate in a very special way our overall sponsor of the breast cancer run, and that is the Fight Pink. He is a gentleman that has survived cancer thrice, and he's very passionate about saving lives through early detection, through early recognition being critical. So I want to celebrate Jim Gerensa, the founder of Fight Pink, that has come on board and enabled us to run and rally the breast cancer run in Uganda with all the support there is. So I want to celebrate him, and right about now I want to invite Kasuku as our brand ambassador to come and speak to us about this life-saving cause. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kasuku, and I'm the brand ambassador for the ERIC Cancer Initiative. Yes. Shakira. So I spoke to Shakira and her team about this whole cause. Some of the reasons why I joined, because I've seen breast cancer firsthand. I had a mom of mine who lost her breast to breast cancer, and then after some years the cancer came back. And some of the reasons the doctors were saying were, if they had seen this a bit earlier, maybe we couldn't get to a point where they have to cut off the breast and then, you know, it comes back. Because they're saying by the time they saw it, the impression was it is just still around the breast, but then it had moved like through the whole body. So when these people came to me to tell me about, you know, what they are doing and, you know, all that, I realized there is something most people in Uganda talk about, but then they leave out the most important part of prevention. Most people talk about cure, they talk about treatment, but rarely do we talk about prevention. Now, like for cancer's part, we don't talk about early detection, because so many people out there, by the time they get to the hospitals, they tell them, if you had come in like 5 years earlier, maybe, you know. So many women out there are not sensitized about breast cancer. Actually, the information we have about breast cancer is limited. What moves a lot is you have to suck boobs, you know. So we have the impression that if you can suck boobs at least twice a week, maybe a woman won't do what? Won't get breast cancer. But when you go and you read about breast cancer and you know everything about it, you may find that, yeah, it may be there and it may be a myth. So when Eric Cancer Initiative came out to say we are going to be tackling breast cancer, I felt like, yeah, I should join them, especially on the part where we talk about early detection, education, and sensitization. And then they told me they want to move this whole country. We have people now, like here in Central Region, so many people can access testing and information about testing, because even when you put it on the internet, people around urban centers can access the internet and the information. But there are people, speaking to her, the last interview we did, and she was telling me, and a woman had breast cancer, but then they thought, oh, it's just past, something like that. Even the nurses in their area could come, dress the wound, you know. They didn't have information that maybe, you know. So by the time these people got there and, you know, everything, I think it was a bit late. And so when such a run comes out, it is basically about informing our people that we can check earlier, but then also to make sure we can bring these testing services closer to the people across the country. So if you're there, don't just say, for cancer, we have treatment, you know. Think about the people that are there. Actually, think about yourself. If you wake up one day and you have breast cancer and they are telling you, we wish you had come 2 years earlier, you know. So every time you go and check, they can tell you don't have it. What do you do? They can say we are seeing the signs, but how do you receive early treatment? I know most people fear going to test for cancer, because anytime they tell you you have cancer, it's like telling you you're going to die. But what early detection does is they can still give you treatment. I don't know, no, because there are people who have really beat cancer. You know, the formative stages. So join us on 20th October for this cause. You've told them what you want to buy.
You want to buy a breast cancer screening plan?
Yeah, I think you've said it.
Yes.
I think you'll tell them. Okay, they want to buy a breast cancer screening machine.
Van, yes.
But ngeri mu van.
Yes.
Basobola okubeera nti basobola okugenda mu bifo ebyenjawulo as they pass over this message. And I think this is going to be an annual run. I've met people who tell me, Katana Kasuku, kati abantu abaddukira cancer banaabeera bameka? My dear friend, this run is about testing and early detection. Run endala zisobola okuba gyeziri nazo tetugaana nga zezo zifokasinga ku kirala treatment bigire, naye kati ffe kye tusinga okubeerako twagala omukyala ali eyo, omwami ali eyo, ogende bakebere, saabisi zino ezikebera zikutuukeko mangu, osobola okuba nti weekebeza nga bukyali omanye omuyina tomuyina. Of course ne information yene esigadde ebeere ng'ekutuukako, nga omukulu ono babadde annyonnyola nti there are various causes. For example, lifestyle. Weeyisa otya? Abantu abamu tebaagala kukola exercise. Now I've met people who are telling me, Kasuku, you've lost weight, you look great. Yes, I look great. Because I chose to do some lifestyle changes. So, and some of these lifestyle changes, you don't need to go to lift, you know. You just need to take a walk every day, consistently, and, you know. So this information, as they come to test you, because people think cancer is genetic. mama ange yamuyina nange ngenda mufuna. That's not the case. Byoyingiza mu mubiri, engeri omubiri gy'okukozesaamu cells ziri okuba nti zibuildinga bimu ku bibajja okuba nga bakutuusaako eyo. So mutwegatteko mitwalo 3 gyokka nga tukuwa kiiti eyo 2 October tugenda simbula awo Nakasero Primary School playgrounds ate tusobole okubeera nti tutandika on that journey. You don't know when you're going to need this service. Most of us are always but a day you wake up, it may not happen to you, but it may happen to someone you love so much. Then you remember my words here and you say, omusajja oyo yayogera tanga okumpuula prophet ng'ate siri. So join us on that day. I'm going to be one of the lead runners. Yes, I'm going to be running on that day. So bongwako ng'ate ntambula tonnemerako gwe sigala ng'odduka nja kusanga. Thank you very much.
Wanango Bugalo for our brand ambassador. Thank you very much, Kasuku. Yeah, the joke is that we have made you speak a lot of English today. Now we're determined to Yogiro Luzungu, thank you very much for participating and for encouraging our runners. I'll just give the opportunity to our also big sponsor, Nation Media Group. They believed in this cause and we want to just hear them and what they're saying. Thank you.
Okay, good morning once again. My name is, I'll introduce myself again. I am Joshua Jaffa Watwaluma. I am brand manager at Nation Media Group. First of all, I want to thank Eric Cancer Initiative for organizing this run. It is the very first, right? Yeah, it is the very first. And for us, when they approached us, it was a quick decision to make because, like Kasuku has mentioned, you never know when you will be a victim. You may not have been a victim, but at least you know a person who has been a victim. But what I can say is every one of us is a victim of cancer. But again, even amidst all this, there is a very big information gap. So many misconceptions about cancer. And for us as the media, we believe in the power of media to drive change. And in so doing, we educate, we raise awareness, but also mobilize the community to come together to see that we address a challenge. And partnering with Cancer Initiative aligns with our mission to positively impact society. At Nation Media Group, we are now more into impact journalism. We are more into creating stories that create impact beyond you sitting in front of your television watching NTV and then you go off to bed. You buying a copy of the Daily Monitor, read it and use it to wrap mandazi after. So we are now trying to see that we create more impact. And so this partnership for us, like I mentioned, was a no-brainer coming on board because it exactly aligns with what we want to achieve as a group. We recognize the road ahead is long, and we stand with Eric Cancer Initiative in calling for additional support. I know together we can secure funding for the Screen Up Fund, bringing essential screening services to the underdeserved communities. And at this point, I also want to thank the other media partners in the house. This is a show of togetherness. It is not only about Nation Media Group. I see Sanyu FM, and I don't know, the others are not branded, but at least I know some faces. As the media, I always say when I get opportunity to speak, especially where there is a social cause, that these are areas where we show that we can actually work together. It is not competition, it is actually competition where we can push the same agenda. So I want to pledge that Nation Media Group, we shall be all in with our platforms, and ours is simple, to make sure that this message can reach as many people as possible. We want to mobilize as many people as possible to be a part of this run. And also, like Kasuku said, I will also be coming to run as a show of support. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. My name is Miss Mbatude Charity, and I represent Hard Working Women. We are an organization that supports both business and career women. So Hard Working Women not only supports the professional and career development of women, but we also support their health and well-being. And us coming on board as sponsors for this breast cancer run shows our commitment to awareness and early detection of breast cancer. By coming together for this cause, we aim to create a positive impact, not only to the lives of thousands of women, but also to their families. We know that in Africa, now I'm going to speak for Uganda because that's where I am, or that's where we are, and that's where the run is happening. The women are the backbones. The women are the ones that, they're the main caretakers. They're the ones that glue the family together, and without them feeling fine in terms of health and well-being, families are broken. So as hardworking women, being the fact that our main status quo or our main niche is the women, we find this as a brilliant opportunity to come on board and not only support women in their professional or career journeys, but also in their health and well-being. I call upon everyone that is watching or that will watch this to come join us on the 20th of October for the Eric Cancer breast cancer run at Nakasero starting 6:30 a.m. Kits go for 30,000 shillings, and I'm also informed that people that want to be vendors for food, water, and juice, there's also a vendor fee. So let's support the women, but also the men as well, because breast cancer has no gender. It's not selective. Yes, thank you so much and have a good morning.
Thank you, Charity. My name is Gloria Komokama. I am the National Coordinator for Girls for Girls. Girls for Girls is a global mentorship program for women and girls in 27 countries, and Uganda being one of those. I want to thank the Eric Cancer Initiative for accepting a partnership for this cause. At the mentorship program in Girls for Girls, our mandate is really to empower women into leadership. But we also acknowledge the fact that as we build and create this pipeline of female leaders in different spaces, it's important for them to be holistically healthy. And we've seen the statistics like Derek shared of breast cancer rise, especially in Uganda. We want women to be safe. We want women to be healthy. And that is why we're coming on board to mobilize our wide community of alumni, all the girls that have been part of this initiative, but also to open up doors to all the women in Uganda and say, we are in this together. Whether you're a victim, a survivor, a new cancer patient, we are in this together and we are here for you. Because alone, you can go so far, but together, we can achieve so many things. So I'd like to appreciate all the partners. Girls for Girls is happy to support and rally the cause towards achieving this awesome, amazing cause of purchasing the cancer screening van. So thank you so much, Eric Cancer Initiative, for having us on board. And thank you to all the partners who have come together to run. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nanseda Farida Hussein. I'm representing Keka Rehab. Keka Rehab is an organization based in the US. We offer physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. Our services, it's on-site therapy. We come at your home, we do the service. We have joined Eric Initiative because we are all in the same thing. We are in health, we improve strength of people, we improve the quality of life. So we saw it as an opportunity for us to improve the health of people. So that is Keka Rehab. In Uganda, we don't have a location, but we do online services. We monitor our patients online. We give some exercises that can help our patients. We thank Eric Initiative to give us that opportunity to partner with it so that we help women. I myself, I joined because one time I went to the hospital, Mulago Hospital Day. I went to Mulago Hospital for treatment. I got a scan, a breast scan. Then they told me that I have a fibroid in my breast. I was so scared that I was waiting for them to tell me that you have cancer. But thank God, it wasn't cancer, and I was happy. So that feeling I got forced me to join Eric Initiative. Thank you.
Thank you so much, all our lovely sponsors. Breast cancer is a journey no one should face alone, and we are honored with the fact that we have all of you on board to walk this journey with us and make sure that we are able to rally the funds that we need to obtain a breast cancer screen-up van that is going to help millions of women in Uganda and bring timely detection and service provision to the women in Uganda. I want to re-echo our lovely sponsors that have made it possible for us to organize and host the first ever breast cancer run in Uganda that is geared to raising funds that are going to help us obtain a breast cancer screen-up van that will serve women in Uganda. Leading from the top, I'll start with the Fight Pink. Fight Pink, early recognition is critical. We celebrate you. Thank you so much for believing in us, for mentoring us on this journey of early detection and saving lives. And your support is really, really appreciated in the fight against breast cancer. I want to celebrate Nation Media Group. Thank you so much. Indeed, you're using media to advocate for those that are voiceless. So thank you so much for helping us to spread awareness through the different media platforms. I want to celebrate hardworking women. You've heard from her. They not only support the professional women in business, but they also mind about their holistic well-being. So thank you so much, hardworking women, for coming on board and supporting us. I want to celebrate the First Lady's Office. Thank you, Mama, for believing in saving the lives of so many women, and we appreciate all the service that you have rendered towards us. I want to celebrate National Water and Sewage Corporation. Thank you so much for believing in this cause and not only giving us pure water that is keeping us healthy, but also minding about our well-being as well. So thank you so much, Uganda Cancer Society, an umbrella that we are accountable to, and it is helping us to shape the direction of cancer service provision in our nation. And thank you so much for calling out and sharing those statistics. Oh yes, we have a survival rate of about 50% of the cases that are being identified, but we are in this fight together and we are not putting our guns down until we have 0 deaths to breast cancer. I want to celebrate Keka Rehab Services. You have heard from her, they're also in the same area of health service provision. I want to celebrate Victoria Hospital, the incredible team that is going to come and serve us that day with free breast cancer screening. If you're there, come. Victoria Hospital will be there to give you those services. But as well, they are the people that are leading frontline on first aid provision on the actual day of the run. So really, thank you so much, Victoria Hospital. I want to celebrate Serena Hotel. Thank you so much for hosting us. Everyone is comfortable. The drinks are yummy. They are very healthy. So we need water to thrive and be healthy. So we want to celebrate Serena Hotel for giving us this awesome space. Events International, thank you so much. They are the people that are behind the stage on the run and making sure that the whole day is, spacious and merry. So we want to celebrate Events International. Girls for Girls Uganda. Thank you so much for mentoring us into leadership. I'm one of those. Thank you so much, but as well for ensuring that all these girls, besides from being mentored, they are also being catered for in the aspect of their health and well-being. Want to celebrate Nakasero Primary School. They have given us their playgrounds. We call upon you wherever you are. Come and join the fight. Let us fight pink on the 20th of October 2024 at Nakasero Primary School playgrounds. KCCA grounds, most known for that. So come and join us. 6:30, the 10-kilometer runners will be going, and 7 a.m. the 5 kilometers runners will be going. So I'm going to hold the microphone and bring it back to you, Doris. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruth, and thank you all our sponsors and partners. At this time, I would like to call for questions from the media here. Kindly introduce yourself, the media house you're from. Okay, there's a microphone. And your question.
Well, thank you. My name is Vincent Siriko. I work with Radio 1 and Akavos. Just want a straight response to make this simple soundbite for the cause. You're talking about the mobile screening van for breast cancer. Could you tell us now? This falls in a shift to cater for mobile screening services for the breast cancer, for cancers generally. So what does this bring about in the revolutionization of cancer diagnosis? Could you just speak that if we go for mobile screening services for cancer, they go close to people, things like that. I wanted a straight answer that would give us the impact of revolutionizing and bringing on board mobile cancer screening services. What would be the impact? Secondly, could you tell us about how much you're looking for to get this machine on board, and how will it be accessible to the populace out there? And finally, will you quantify the breast cancer incidence in the country? Statistics. Thank you. In English and Luganda.
Okay, Vincent, those are 2 or 3 questions. Ruth, you'll, I think, speak about the van and how that will change the cancer prevalence. That's it, Vincent. And then Mr. Olodi, you'll speak about the numbers. What was that question again? The numbers, you got it. Okay. So Ruth, over to you.
Thank you so much. I missed speaking your name. Vincent. You said Vincent?
Yes.
Yes, Vincent. The impact of the breast cancer screener van. One, we want to reduce the delay in access. We appreciate the fact that Uganda Cancer Institute has done whatever it is in power to make sure that they are stationing different cancer institutes in different regions. However, not most of them can access these services. Right now, I think we have Mbali and Barara and Gulu actually. They are trying to make sure we have different cancer institutes in different regions. However, the access to the delay in access, what normally causes escalation of a disease is the delay in access of the services. So our mode of operation is that we do community outreaches and we go to different communities. We work in partnership with government health centers, Health Center 3s and 4s, to make sure that we meet the women there that come to these facilities. So we shall be stationing the breast cancer screening services to serve women in these areas, and we shall be announcing that, hey, we are in Barara and we are in these regions. Hey, we are in this region and we are stationed at these health centers, to ensure that those that don't have the monies, first of all, and then those that are not aware about this service being in their community, they can come and access. And then when they get this checkup and screen up, then the Uganda Cancer Institute can take it on from there in terms of responsive management, depending on the outcomes of the screening. So we are looking at 400 million Ugandan shillings to raise to enable us to get this breast cancer screen up van. We have already received 10 million of this money, and we are believing for more sponsors to come on board to enable us to get this breast cancer screen up van. No woman should die due to breast cancer. We believe it's a very preventable breast cancer, and once you get the checkup, we can fight it together. So together, let us fight big.
Ruth, tukiddemu mu Luganda bwe tunaba tuleese evvaani eno egenda okugenda mu byalo okukebera abantu, egenda kuleeta kyanjawulo ki, right? Ereetawo kyanjawulo ki?
So vaani eno gye tugenda okutuusaako ku bakyala n'abawala abali eyo egenda kubayamba first of all okukebera okuzuula amangu kookolo w'amabeere. So omukyala yenna ali myaka 3 okudda waggulu, kyankisa okuba ng'okebera ebbeere lyo buli mwaka okusobola okuzuula oba liri out of check. So mu kubangula bye tubangula obubonero bw'olabirako okusobola okulaba nti oba oli mu katyabaga k'obulwadde buno, tugattako okugamba ettaffaali lyokka erisobola okuwa final confirmation nti olina oba tolina kwe kubeera ng'okebeddwa. So tugenda kuba tutabaala ebitundu byonna nga tustationinga vaani eno ku malwaliro gaffe aga gavumenti mu bitundu ebyenjawulo gye tubeera eyo, era nga tulanga nti bannange omwezi guno Every Cancer Initiative Breast Cancer Van egenda kubeera wano, era ng'ejja kujja etuuseeko obu services zaffe ku bakyala eyo okusobola okureducinga dile ebeerawo mu kuaccessinga services zineeno. Thank you.
Egenda emmotoka eno egenda kuba ya ssente mmeka ate mulanga ki gw'okuba eri abantu?
So twetaaga million 4 okusobola okuba nga tufuna vaani eno okutuyamba okusobola ng'eri well equipped, ng'erinamu zi mammogram services, ng'erinamu all the screening services ezetaagisa okukebera ebbeere oba liri mu katyabaga oba teririimu. So twetaaga obukadde 4 tukuba omulanga eri bonna bonna abatuulaba era abatuwuliriza, eri buli ba manufacturing companies abakola mamotoka gano nti no bannange mutwegatteko tulwanyise obulwadde buno obuyitimuse ate nga tusobola okubulwanyisa senga tusobola okuscreeninga abakyala ng'obudde bukyali. So obeera ng'oli eyo ng'omulamwa gw'obulamu gukwatako, tukusaba ojja otukwatizeeko wamu ate tusobola okufuna breast cancer screen up van eno. Amen.
Mr. Olodi, question on the numbers.
Thank you. The screening van is very important for the country. First, if you look at reports of the Ministry of Health, 75% of Ugandans live around 5 kilometers to the nearest health facility. So, and yet services for cancer are largely centralized. Government has progressively demonstrated commitment to decentralize cancer services, starting with regionalization of Uganda Cancer Institute in the northern part, West Nile, and Mbale is here to come. But if you look at the settlement pattern of our country, a lot of our people live in rural areas, with many of them at village and parish levels, and yet the centers operate at regional levels. So you need a van or any other service to buttress interventions at the regional level. But also, if you look at the Global Health Financing Index, you will see that what government allocates to health is close to 11% of the national budget. But what is appropriated at the end of the day is about 7.6%. And of that, more than 77% goes into communicable diseases, which does not include cancer. So we need some of these efforts to support the national level intervention. Regarding cancer statistics, like I told you, the most authoritative cancer information that we have is from the WHO. As of 2022, which is the latest statistics, we had breast cancer standing at 2,900. And there has been a rise because in 2020, we registered 2,600. So after 2 years, we had a rise of 300. So that is a sharp rise. So, but also the same WHO tells us that for every 100,000 diagnosed cases in the country, about 22 turn out positive. And of the 22, we lose about 12. So that shows you there is something that we have to do as a country. Thank you.
Do you think you can repeat that in Luganda?
I said the World Health Organization in its status. In Luganda, I might speak Lusoga in English. There's a problem.
Okay.
Yes.
Vincent, it's okay? All right. Any other questions? Yes, your name and media house.
Hello? Amanya gange ze waiso Moses. Ndi musaga musoga. Okusookera erala nja kwebaza. Ndi munnamawulire nkola ndi radio Busoga 1 radio station eyeyinda. Abatesitesi mwebale ino mwebalire erala. Ekibuuzo kyange kiri kiti kati nga ife Abasoga oba abantu bomu Eastern alikwenda okugula bukakiti kano akagaanawa mu Busoga oba muyinda esite wasobola okola ki okagaana kubanga wagiri nga wabanga wenteekateeka ed'emisinde gino okulwanisa endwaire ed'endawulo kansa n'ebintu ebindi ng'abantu nga bayita bukitisi obwo mu bitundu abantu gye bawangalira atasoboire kuva iyinda kweyunga ku nteekateeka y'e Kampala basobola okukolera eyo omukolo gwabwe twenda kututangaazeeyo mukuku so n'ekindi nja kusaba ku ab'enteekateeka abakulu mu Busoga kansa mungi era ennyuma eyo twagemaganaku n'ekitongole kya Indian Association kijiri nga kikolanga ebintu eby'endawulo okukebera ebintu era bali nga bakaba ne kampu eyinda kyayamba Abasoga lata wa Busoga gabula Wilberforce aba n'emikolo egy'endawulo aye like nga emikolo egigibaawo egya Kyabazinga ndowooza enteekateeka eno bwebanga muyinze kuno bwa Kyabazinga nimutaawo enteekateeka ng'eyo eyakuyamba Abasoga Kyabazinga gabula okunawangaaki
Awangale Kyabazinga. Thank you very much. Does Amutegedde ensonga ye? Number one is, should I respond or do you want to? Okay, from what I understood is asking how Busoga can also get involved, and unfortunately right now the run is centralized to Kampala area. But I'm hoping as we get annual, as it gets more awareness, we'll push it in other regions. The way we've seen, for example, the Rotary Cancer Run, which started just here on the Gogo Bypass. Now they do it as far as America and wherever. Yes, it is true. This disease is far-reaching, and there's so many remote areas that are not able to access this van. So if our friend from Busoga won, you could create those inroads into Busoga, into working with the Chabazinga's government and other stakeholders to support this initiative. We might end up getting, more than just one van, because of course, with the need, there's a lot more. Sorry, I answered the question. Any other questions? Gentleman from Nexus, you had your hand up? Oh, it was for him, okay. Any other questions? No? Okay. You want Luganda? You didn't get enough? Okay, just what the run is about. I think, Ruth, you didn't do that. Just the run, when it's happening, where, and the call to action, and the thank you to the sponsors. Just that, in Luganda. Mm. And then maybe Kasuku will also say something in Luganda. Yes. Okay, let Kasuku do the mobilization. About the run and where and what time and calling upon people in Luganda. Mm. You can even stand and demonstrate for us how you're going to run.
No. So basebo ne banyabo nga 2 October tugenda kubeera wali tugenda kuva ku Nakasero Primary School Playground waggulu awo saa zijja kubeera 12 kitundu abanadduka 10 kilometers ate abanadduka kilomita 5 tugenda kuba tusimbula ssaawa emu. So mujje mu bungi twegatte ku mulanga guno ogw'okulaba nti ate tusonda ssente okusobola okubeera nti tugula mobile testing van okusobola okuba nti tutuusa okukebeza obulwadde bwa kookolo w'amabeere eri buli omu mu buli kitundu kya Uganda. Emitwalo gijja kuba 3 gyokka. Osobola okubeera nga weefunira kiiti eyo ate otwegatteko ku mulanga gwaffe guno. Vesti yino akuba eno tentuuka. So vesti efaanana bweti ng'ogifuna ng'ojja tudduka bweti weefaanana. Mitwalo gye 3 gyokka kugirako n'empale. So guno gwe mulamu abasebo ne bannyabo wano we tuli nga 2 October.
All right, thank you very much. And if there are no more further questions, I would like to call the press conference ended. And thank you for your time. I have some printed out press releases you might want to take. And I just have, I hope I have enough for each one of you. All right, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.